Change is not merely a concept, it's a fundamental law of the universe, and it's happening all around us. It's the whisper in the wind, the shift of seasons, the rise and set of the sun. It is as natural as the ebb and flow of the tide, as inevitable as time itself. Yet it's easy to forget that this law applies not just to the world around us, but to us as well. We, too, are part of this cosmic dance, this grand symphony of transformation. We are not static beings. We are dynamic, ever-evolving, ever-changing. We are not separate from the universe. We are the universe, experiencing itself in myriad ways. Now, let's talk about the here and now, the present moment, this year. The winds of change are blowing stronger than ever. The energies we are experiencing are intense, to say the least. We're seeing shifts on a global scale, and these shifts are mirrored within each one of us. There's a sense of disarray, of the familiar breaking down, and that can be unsettling. But remember, a caterpillar must dissolve before it becomes a butterfly. Change can be messy, chaotic even, but it is necessary for growth, for evolution. We are living in interesting times, my friends. Times filled with challenges, yes, but also filled with immense potential. We are standing on the precipice of a new era. We are witnessing the breakdown of old paradigms, old ways of being, and the birth of something new, something beautiful. We are on the cusp of a profound shift, a vibrational upgrade, if you will, and it's time we understood how to navigate this wave of change. This is not a time to resist, to cling to the old, but a time to embrace the new, to flow with the current of transformation. And as we do so, we'll discover that change, while it can be challenging, is also a gateway to growth, to expansion, to a higher state of being. Imagine being in a cocoon, undergoing a metamorphosis, transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Let's delve into a tale of transformation that mirrors our own journey. Picture a tiny caterpillar crawling along a leaf, munching on the greenery. Its world is small, limited to the branch it's on. But then something magical and intense happens. The caterpillar feels an irresistible pull within itself, an urge to change. It begins to weave a cocoon around itself, a protective shell where it will undergo a profound transformation. Inside this cocoon, the caterpillar doesn't merely grow wings, it dissolves. Its old form breaks down into a sort of cellular soup. This might seem terrifying, a complete disintegration of what it once was, but it's a necessary step for the caterpillar to become a butterfly. It's the dismantling of the old to make way for the new. Imagine this process from the caterpillar's perspective. It has no idea what's happening. It's a dark, intense, and probably scary experience. But it's also a time of deep rest, of turning inward, of letting go of everything it once knew. And then, after a period of darkness and transformation, something new begins to form from the remnants of the old. Cells start to differentiate, to specialize. Wings form, eyes develop, antennae grow, and what emerges from the cocoon is something entirely different from the caterpillar. A creature of lightness and beauty, capable of soaring through the sky, seeing the world from a whole new perspective. This is the story of a caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly, but it's also our story. We, too, are in a time of intense change. We're in our own cocoons, feeling the breakdown of old systems, old ways of thinking and being. This can feel scary, uncertain, and we might long for the comfort of the familiar. But remember the caterpillar. The breakdown is necessary for the breakthrough. We're not just growing wings, we're being reborn. We're upgrading our vibration, shifting our consciousness, becoming something more than we were. And just like the butterfly, we'll emerge from this period of transformation with a new perspective, a new way of being in the world. It's okay to feel the intensity of these changes. It's okay to mourn the loss of the familiar. It's okay to rest, to turn inward, to give yourself space to transform. Because what's happening inside you is just as miraculous, just as profound as a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Just like the butterfly, we too are undergoing a transformation, and it's okay to feel the intensity of these changes. Have you noticed how much of what we have known is breaking down and changing? It's a phenomenon that's playing out on every level of our existence, from our personal lives to the global stage. The old systems, beliefs, and structures that we once thought as unshakable are beginning to crumble. You see, the foundations that have shaped our world and us as individuals are going through a radical transformation. The political systems, Economic models, societal norms, and even our personal beliefs are being challenged. We're seeing this in the rise of social movements, the shift towards more sustainable practices, and the increasing emphasis on mental health and personal well-being. But why is this happening? Why is there such a massive breakdown of the old? The answer is simple, yet profound. This breakdown is not a random act of chaos, but a necessary part of evolution. It's an essential step towards new growth, much like a caterpillar must dissolve in its cocoon before it can emerge as a butterfly. The old must break down to make way for the new. For new systems to be built, the old ones must first be dismantled. For new beliefs to take root, the old ones must first be questioned. For a new world to emerge, the outdated structures must first be deconstructed. This process might seem daunting, even terrifying at times. But remember, this breakdown of the old is not about destruction. It's about transformation. It's about shedding the layers that no longer serve us. It's about letting go of the past to make way for the future. Think of it as an upgrade in our collective vibration. We're moving from a lower frequency of fear, scarcity, and separation to a higher frequency of love, abundance, and unity. So in the midst of all this change, let's not fear the breakdown of the old. Instead, let's embrace it. Let's welcome it as a sign of progress, as a testament to our evolution. The breakdown of the old is not a destruction, but a necessary part of the process of creating something new and better. Change can be daunting, but it's the harbinger of a brighter future. As we step into this new era, we are stepping into a world where we are the masters of our own destinies. We are moving away from external influences and into a space where we create our own realities. This is the future we are moving towards. The vibrational upgrade we are experiencing is like a software upgrade on a computer. It might seem disruptive at first, but once it's installed, it improves the overall functionality. Similarly, as our vibrations rise, we may initially feel discomfort. However, once we adjust, we'll notice an overall enhancement in our lives, in our relationships, in our work, in our health, and in our spiritual growth. The future is a place of empowerment. As we continue to evolve, we become more attuned to our inner selves. We start to recognize our strengths and our potential. We begin to realize that we are not just mere spectators in the world, but active participants in its creation. In this future, we are not bound by the constraints of the past. We are free to create a world that aligns with our highest ideals. We can manifest a world of peace, of love, of unity. This is the power that the vibrational upgrade brings. It's not just a shift in energy, but a shift in consciousness. As we navigate this new world, it's important to remember that change is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. But it's a journey worth embarking on. The future is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It's an opportunity for growth, for transformation, for evolution. It's a chance to create a world that reflects the best of who we are and who we can be. So let's step forward with courage, with hope, with optimism. Let's embrace the changes, the challenges, the opportunities that lie ahead. Because the future is not just something that happens to us, it's something we create. The future is bright, and we are the architects of this new world. We are all spiritual seekers, navigating the waves of change. As we conclude, remember that these intense energies we're experiencing are not to be feared, but embraced. They are catalysts for transformation, breaking down the old to make way for the new. In this year of change, you have the power to navigate the energies, to embrace the transformation within you and the world around you. Why is all this change happening, you might ask? It's an upgrade, an elevation of our collective vibration. As we journey through this process, we are evolving, growing, and becoming more than we ever imagined. So as spiritual seekers, let's courageously ride these waves of change with optimism. Let's embrace the breakdown of the old and welcome the new with open arms. Remember, we are all in this together. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more content on spiritual growth and transformation.